biker bitch. I know I've gone 155 on his ZX-11, and I know I rode by choice, mind you, for I don't know how many miles at night in the pouring rain on the back of his cycle. And I've been told that initiates me into some sort of unwritten club as an official biker. Don't ask me about the clutch or about actually driving a motorcycle, but apparently I'm an official biker. But on one sunny summer day, riding on the back of his touring bike, some pissy little car cut right in front of us, knocking us into oncoming traffic. And yes, there were cars driving straight at us. We almost did crash. And she did this so that she could cut off a motorcycle so that she could get into the left turn lane. Well, since they forced us into oncoming traffic, we were forced into that left turn lane too, so we stopped at the light right behind them. And the bike rider swung his leg while I sat at the back and told me to wait here while I watched him walk over to that car. And I was thinking, wait, he left me on a running motorcycle and I don't know how this thing moves and what is he doing? So I watched him, and wait, I have to first let you know, he's like 6'4". He's a double black belt Marine. He's wearing his motorcycle helmet. He's an imposing looking man. And I watched him walk to the driver's side of the car that cut us off and knock repeatedly with what seemed about enough force to shatter that window before he started yelling at whoever was driving that car. I couldn't hear the driver if they were yelling back, but I heard him screaming that you could have killed us and you're supposed to see motorcycles. And you know, I can't really remember the details of what he said. I had a motorcycle helmet on. It was just a little freaky to watch before he walked back and the light had changed. And I was still in the stunned mode, but when that light did change, the car then tried to hit us again. And so I pushed with my hand against the car, and he put his foot against that car, like our limbs were going to block a car. But, you know, cut us some slack. It was instinct what were we supposed to do. And that car just started then continuing to chase us. And so we took turns through random subdivisions, and the driver apparently decided enough was enough and left us alone. Now, not half an hour later, there was a knock on my door. I opened my front door to find a cop asking for the motorcycle driver by his full name. I asked him to wait. I told that motorcycle driver, all 6'4" of him, and he came to the front door. But when he did, the cop asked him who he was, and he confirmed his name, and then he asked the cop if it would be okay if he sat on the stoop, because being so tall, he didn't want to look imposing to the cop. He did his best to rationally explain what happened. The cop then asked if he was pounding on the glass, and he wanted the cop to understand that the driver was the instigator. But then the cop said that the driver of this Pontiac Sunfire had said that the motorcycle driver yelled, "Get out of the car, you nigger cunt, so I can kick your ass!" Which stunned my motorcycle driver, and he responded, "Excuse me? There was a woman driving that car? I didn't know that." And the cop said, "Wait a minute, you were pounding on the car, you had to see." And he said, "Yes, I was knocking on the window, but the driver never rolled down the window." And he suggested that the cop look at those windows because they were so heavily tinted that you couldn't see into the car. The cop said he didn't notice that. The cop then took some notes. I think the cop realized that this motorcycle driver was far too aware of his surroundings to get in trouble with the cops. The cop then told him that the woman wanted to press charges, and then he asked him, "What would you like to do?" And he responded, "As far as I'm concerned, it's over. Nobody got hurt. Everything is settled. But if she wants to press charges, fine. I would like to press charges for assault with a deadly weapon and attempted murder. Ask her if she'd like to continue." Because what she did was a felony. And he also said he should check the car for his boot print and my handprint in self-defense. And he reminded the cop to check the tinting on our windows. And the cop then said, there are a lot of crazy people out there. And he suggested that the car driver could have had a gun. But then the cop left, and we never heard from the cop again. I don't know. I don't know what the lesson is from this. To not succumb to road rage, to see motorcycles, I don't know. But I have to admit, from sitting in the back of a touring bike, it's kind of cool to see a man defend our collective safety by fighting a car with his bare hands.